Welcome to Artwalk 2020. My name is Jerry Dillon. This is Terry Hahn. We are board members of the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce. This is the 6th Artwalk West. It's a outreach of the Chamber. Obviously started 6 years ago. And we get bigger and bigger every year. So it's very exciting for us. The big addition this year, of course, is what you're looking at right now, which is an audio-visual record and a stream that will go up here later in the day. So we're very excited to have that opportunity. We have a program. You can get this online. You can go to the Artwalk West Facebook page, I believe, and you can pick up the link there. So there's a whole lot to see and witness. So we're on Fabrication Street right now, which is the core. This is the backbone of Artwalk. And we're standing in front of Sweet Pass Sculpture Park. Tamara Johnson and Trey Barnes, this is their operation. So when you come down, you definitely want to lounge in those beautiful grassy mounds over there. I'm looking forward to doing that myself later this afternoon. So we're going to head down Fabrication Street, and then I will introduce quickly some galleries and studios and things as we wander down the street. Hi there.
So Jerry, can you talk a bit about the beginnings of Artwalk West and where the idea came about?
Yeah, I can. Thank you. Artwalk West was originally just a way to bring people down to West Dallas that haven't been here before. So how do we do that? And so we said, all right, well, let's have an art walk. Okay, what's that? We need artists. Well, we found out that we had 30 artists or more in a variety of studios and galleries right here in West Dallas. So we met with some of the leaders of that group 6 years ago, and we created a program. Most of the support we get is in kind. Blanks Printing actually prepare this for us every year. It's a wonderful color presentation. We've had support in so many ways, a combination of money and in kind.
Each year it seems to be a growing event where more supporters, more artists, more collaborators.
Especially
correct.
Now
since West Dallas is growing.
Yeah, the first year it had rained the entire week prior to it, so it was flooded all the way down. And I think we had about, I don't know, it's hard to count a crowd, but maybe 200, 250 people. And each year it's progressing. Last year we had over 2,500 people. And this year we're cresting early and bigger than we did last year. So we'll know by tonight kind of where we stand.
I think what we're already seeing also is that people have been seeking out opportunities like this, and enjoy art and be in the outdoors safely, socially distanced.
Right. Everyone has been very polite and very interested and very cooperative.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. One of the key things about Artwalk is that we wanted to bring people to West Dallas who hadn't been here before, but we also wanted to honor the artists who are here. And we are a Chamber of Commerce, and I think there's a gap between what the general public understand as artists. And so part of the Chamber's role is to promote business, obviously, in the community. But art is also a business. These artists are entrepreneurs, right? This is how they make their living. And it's important that we recognize the commercial aspect of it. Not to degrade the quality of their art, but there is definitely a blend of commerce and art that needs to be recognized, I think, and supported. So I'm proud of the Chamber that it's been able to step up and make that distinction.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people who want to be a part of the West Dallas community is because of the creative spirit and the community of artists that really have helped build up the culture and the commerce of the city.
Yeah, they absolutely have. West Dallas has a lot of history. You can go back into the early 1800s when Dallas was founded. Some of this history is not wonderful. There's been some dark moments, but it's now coming into very creative and cooperative, and a place to live and a place to be. We're coming now to a gallery. This is Ex Ovo Gallery. Alison Cleon is the owner curator of this, and she changes her artist every so many weeks. It's a fun place to go and visit. This building was an old truck repair station years ago. And West Dallas Investments, who own a lot of these properties, have recreated them, repurposed these buildings to support these artists. And when we get further down, you'll see other buildings that have been converted to accommodate the artist's needs.
One of our earlier art walkers going up the stairs right over there, the cat.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of cats over here. Yeah, running the art walk is kind of like herding cats sometimes. So again, we're all volunteers. So you can see our signage is good. It tells us what's going on. But some of us painted these this morning. We got a stencil and some cans, and there you go. So it's a grassroots activity for sure.
And a family-friendly one. As you can see, we've had so many families join us, which is so great to see. People of all ages admire, the work, the artwork of this community.
Yeah, no, that's right. We're, if I didn't mention it, the all-volunteer aspect is part of our culture. Hi, folks. Thanks for coming down.
Man, we're having a blast.
You're on camera.
We're from Louisiana. Delicious. Awesome. So, Jerry, has this street, Fabrication Street, has it grown since even the first year of Art Walk? Or?
In terms of the number of artists?
Yes.
Yeah, possibly so.
Yeah.
It certainly hasn't reduced any.
Right.
And here's evidence of 6 years ago. That's an old puddle. So we're coming up now to a building that's called 516. It's simply the number of, it's 516 Fabrication Street. And it is the center of many of the studios. This part of West Dallas has been dubbed the TIN district. Not surprisingly that there are 10 buildings. So it's not 10, it's tin. And there's footage that you'll see later where our videographers have gone into the buildings and filmed much of the works inside. But one of the highlights here is 500X. This is a gallery that recently moved here from Deep Ellum. It had been in existence since the late, I think it was 1977, I think, when 500X. So it's a gallery that has a huge following, has a lot of history, and we're really excited to have them now based over here in West Dallas. And their feature right now is a collection of artists who are focused on the LGBTQ community. There's some wonderful pieces of art in there. Wonderful. How are you folks? All right, did you get a program?
No, we did not.
Have a program.
Thank you.
Good. There's an opportunity year-round here to put your graffiti art, make your mark. You'll see some of it on this wall. Further down here on the right, it's called Fabrication Yard. And it is just loaded with graffiti art. It's open to anybody, really. You just need to be respectful of work that's already in place.
There are a few more sort of graffiti artwork over here as well, but murals also can be seen to the street over. So each year it seems like the graffiti is almost layered as well. There's new art and then it's layered art. It's pretty fascinating to kind of look at the history of the art walk through. Every time I'm here, at least.
You can come back in a couple of days, and some of those will be different. Yeah, it's wonderful. So this is Fabrication Yard, and it's fun just to drive through here at different times of the year and enjoy what's going on. There's always somebody.
Yep.
Got a big splash here. Always somebody, sometime, doing something over here. So, well, thank you for walking with us. Come down, look for us next year. That'll be number 7, and undoubtedly it'll be larger and even more inclusive than we are this year. Somewhere in this video creation, you'll see the murals. Though there are 20. That's a record. We've never produced that many this year, so that's the Wild West Mural Fest. And you'll see some footage somewhere in this stream where Will Heron will describe what that's all about. So.
And if you are interested in getting involved or supporting it, please visit the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce website, westdallaschamber.org, and reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you to collaborate as an artist or as a sponsor. It grows each year, and having more support is always invited.
Thank you, Terry. Thanks, everybody. Good to see you.
500X is the oldest artist-run gallery in the state of Texas. Since 1978, we've had hundreds of artists come through the gallery, and many of them go on to have national and international recognition and gallery representation.
I've been a member at 500X for 2.5 years. A place to show artwork is a huge thing. I think that's really why a lot of us all are part of 500X.
The selection process for 500X is a vote process.
You submit, I think it's like 20 images, and then you write like a statement of intent, and then you send like your CV.
We're all equals, and we all do so much work to keep this gallery going.
I like the new space. It kind of breaks the mold of what old 500X was.
It's really inspiring to be surrounded by artist studios and other galleries like Exovo and Sweet Pass Sculpture Park. So we have several call for entries that happen every year. Expo, College Expo, Hot and Sweaty, the LGBTQIA+ show, the Black Voices Juried Show, and the BIPOC Juried Show, to provide a space for artists in the community to show their work.
How y'all doing? This is Jay Rhodes, and this is my art walk video. So I'm an award-winning music producer from Dallas, Texas. I'm a film director, content creator, artist, and 10 district resident. Okay, so I've been blessed to produce for many artists, from Lecrae to Royce the 5'9", Rick Ross, Waka Flocka, Styles P to Lil Kweli, and many, many more. So from Oak Cliff to the world, I'm just out here living a dream. Now, the thing I love the most about 10 District is the artist collaboration. My good friend Jeff Case, he's my next door neighbor. He also invented my logo and created those effects you see behind me as well. I'm just blessed to be a part of this vibrant community of artists. I'm just doing my part, 10 District is the perfect campus to host an event like Art Walk. I mean, as a film director, it's like I have my own film set. I've already shot 2 movies here. We shot a scene of my hip-hop musical, It's a Wonderful Play, at Fabrication Yard. And there's so many hidden gems. For example, take this abandoned house where we shot our new series, King of Dallas. For me and my business partner, Corey Williams, Again, it's like our own movie set. Oh, and those are just the perks. The main thing that Butcher's provided us is a safe place to create. And as an artist, that's everything. In the short time that I've been here, I've created some of the best art of my entire career. And that's saying a lot. And that's a testament to the location. This place is the artistic lifeblood of the city. So, since Butch opened up his doors to me, I'ma open up my doors to you. Come by our room and check out our new film. It's a Wonderful Play, a hip-hop musical.
Compassion for our neighbors and a desire to fuel safe and thriving communities runs through the heart of everything we do at Atmos Energy. It's why we partner with local schools and community organizations to provide nutritious foods so students will be nourished and fueled to learn and play. Inside the classroom, we supply books and resources so students are reading at grade level by 3rd grade so they can succeed for generations to come. By teaming up with fire, EMT, police, medical professionals, and other essential workers like teachers, we inspire honor and appreciation for our everyday heroes as they keep our communities safe. And we spread hope and warmth to our neighbors by working with local agencies to support our most vulnerable populations with bill payment assistance and needed resources to help families thrive. Our employees are the heart and soul of our company. We take pride in providing clean and affordable natural gas and working with local partners to make our community a better place. This is how Atmos Energy is fueling safe and thriving communities.
My name is Jeff Case. I've been making art my whole life, but I was making creative for marketing campaigns, video games, trade shows, corporate branding, and I found some success, but I always felt like there's something missing. It wasn't until June 8th of 2019, I went through a psychedelic robot immersive experience that everything changed. A creative fuse was lit. By the end of June, I had placed my first hologram sculpture in the very exhibition that inspired me to create art in the first place. By October, I had 3 more pieces in the experience, including in collaboration with the great artist James Rizzi. In November, we were commissioned by the Dallas Mavericks to create an art experience for their City Edition jersey launch. We secured a location in West Dallas warehouse for fabrication. While working on this project, a man named Butch McGregor walked into the building and my life changed. He showed me around the area and introduced me to the amazing artists that we're creating there. There's an artistic movement happening in West Dallas. It literally covers the walls. I believe the walls of the fabrication yard in particular have become the creative heartbeat of the city. That's not something you can fake or manufacture. It's something that happens naturally, gradually, and slowly builds momentum. It was then I decided to make my creative home in West Dallas at 516 Fabrication Street. The creative momentum that West Dallas has right now is as potent as anything I've witnessed, and the creative talent level here is unreal. I want to thank all of the art walkatinis, both in person and virtually, the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce, with a special shout out to Jerry Dillon. None of this can happen without your support, and great things are happening out here every day because of your efforts. Please swing by 516 Fabrication and see my collaboration with the amazing Ricardo Paniawa. It's called Dark Side, and I promise you it's worth it. Thank you.
All right, Oak Walk West, we're gonna do this MTV Crib style. Welcome to my studio, virtual COVID edition 2020. I'm about to bring y'all through real quick, so enjoy. What's up? I'm Jaleesa Devizan. I've been an artist at Deadbolt Studios for a year now. I'm an interdisciplinary artist, and welcome to my spot. All right, so let's jump in. So for the last few years, I've been working in sculpture, really just playing around with a bunch of materials. These are some concrete, cast concrete, black power fists that I started making when the 2020 uprising happened. These bronze pieces, I made these back in grad school, but you know, just me exploring identity, sexuality, black female body with these works. These next few in progress things that you see here are in a very early stage of prototype stage. I'm just playing around, seeing, you know, what I like and which direction I want to go in. And so this is like just very basic armature for armature sketches really for some upcoming projects that I'm working on. All right, and that's been my stew visit. Peace.
Hi everyone, my name is Ron TNT Music. I'm an artist here in Dallas, Texas, and I'm also a member of Founder X Gallery. We're gonna do a virtual studio visit, and let's go. So here's my amazingly big, spacious, clean studio. It was actually just my garage, but it'll do for now. So I'm a painter, but lately I've been gotten to a lot of collage work. A backstory on who I'm as an artist and my general works are about is that my work's about my experience as a sexual abuse survivor. And it happened to me when I was really young, when I was 8-year-old. And I haven't told anyone about it until my early 20s. So I'm 29 right now. So in my work, they're inspired by all the ecotourism places I've been while I was silent from the abuse. So going on vacation was kind of like an escape for me to not think about the pain and the trauma. So I kind of put these like lone figures sitting there. And when I was on vacation to these like beautiful, stunning landscapes, I thought would have this kind of foreboding feeling that's behind me, knowing that I had to go back home and kind of have to go back and think about what I'm going through, what happened to me again. So these landscapes and going on vacation was just a way to escape from the pain and the reality. And making these works kind of helped me objectify the feelings that I've been going through, and kind of just reconcile the past and the present. So this one's kind of a bigger one. This one's 42 by 60. You have these big cloud-looking eyes here. And all my collage pieces came from these big paintings I would do like on the wall here, like a 90 by 90. So 90 by 90, that's really huge, and I just didn't want to keep them, so I would cut up these paintings and then use them for the collage work. So thank you so much for tuning in, and this is my studio. The grant will be used to make these big paintings and then cutting them up and using them for just more collage work. And I'm really happy with what's kind of coming up in the studio right now. So thank you so much for the consideration. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
When you take a color photo and you actually turn it into black and white, you're actually abstracting it. You don't really think about it that way, but you are, because suddenly you've got tones and values instead of color. And for me, then I could, back in the studio, when I was using the black and white photo, I could put the colors I wanted, I remembered, or just play around with color theory. Sometimes we'll scour antique stores and just look for the cool old vintage shot that's got it. I look for the gesture in a person's body language, and I love the clothing from back in the 60s, 50s. There was just beautiful clothing, and I've done some. I don't have them here, but I have some really big paintings that are like 72 by 44. And when I painted that big, I realized how much fun I was having painting the fabrics. This is still wet, this painting I have over here of the two on the beach, but I loved getting the jean jackets to look, there's something about it, and there's, if you let yourself just realize the stuff that you're having fun with is the stuff that's really gonna look like you're having fun with it. And that's, I know that sounds so trite to say, but I mean, that's a lot of what paint is. It's just letting the paint be the paint. And then it becomes it's like magic.
Hi everyone, my name is John Phillips, president of Methodist Dallas Medical Center, and I'm so excited to get to announce that Methodist Dallas will be a sponsor of this year's Wild West Mural Fest that is coordinated and put on by the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce. As part of Methodist Dallas and president of our hospital, our staff love taking care of our community. It's such an honor to be part of Dallas and all of our communities, to get to provide health care to everyone that we come into contact with. And getting to be part of the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce and the Wild West Mural Fest is such an honor. And our community also loves on us and has done that during this very difficult past several months when we've been in this pandemic and continue to navigate the pandemic as we are now. And one community member, Miguel Don Juan, came to Methodist Dallas, and he designed a graphic that he put on a banner, and we hung that banner in several places throughout the inside of the hospital. And the graphic depicted our staff members wearing their masks, in scrubs, and it was inspirational to our staff. It actually was, we placed it at 3 different places around the hospital. Staff would write encouraging notes on the banner, and it really helped boost morale and keep us going so we could take care of patients and family members, each other, our doctors, the whole team. Well, as part of this year's Wild West Mural Fest, Miguel is going to take that graphic and design out of the hospital and into the community and create a mural as part of this year's Wild West Mural Fest. That mural is going to be at the intersection of Sylvan and Singleton. And so I encourage you to make a healthy choice this year during the fest. Walk, go see all the wonderful murals. When you get to the Methodist Health System Healthcare Hero mural at Singleton and Sylvan, take a picture of yourself, take a selfie, have somebody take a photo of you. Go to Instagram and post, tag, and follow Methodist Health DFW at Methodist Health DFW. Post that picture there, and you'll be entered into and eligible to win a gift card to one of the restaurants in the immediate area. So thank you for your support of Methodist Health System and Methodist Dallas. And please make sure as you're out at the fest, as you're walking, seeing all the beautiful murals, seeing our mural at Sylvan and Singleton that Miguel created, to be safe and follow the 3 W's. Watch your distance, wash your hands often, and wear your mask. See you at the fest.
Hi, my name's Will Heron. I'm an artist and the coordinator of the Wild West Mural Fest. This is our 3rd year doing the Mural Fest out here in West Dallas. And behind me is my wall from 2018. It was an homage to Beeville Street, which is a street tucked away back here in West Dallas. The Wild West Mural Fest was started as a way to just bring more public artworks to this community. This year, for the 3rd year of the Mural Fest, we've asked artists to interpret one of 3 themes: the Wild West, seeking social justice, or telling West Side stories. And the main goal is bringing these artists out and having them share their artistic vision with this neighborhood for everybody to enjoy.
Hi, Jose May, better known as Joe Skills or Skills, S-K-I-L-Z. I go by skillscustomart.com, also ArtLou52. I'm here at the Wild West Murals, finally putting down my 2nd piece, the 2nd chapter of my 1st piece right here. This one I did back in 2018, kind of representing the outlaws and all this historical stuff that happened back in the days and stuff. So kind of represented that and added my little twist to it, kind of incorporated the broken down building and stuff and kind of added some backgrounds. So I ended up calling it Once Upon a Time. So representing that. And then along on the other side, coming through with some gnarly like double-headed copper-headed snake, just to like throw up some weirdness, some wicked, something just cool that'll pop and vibe off of this purple scheme that I was coming off with at first. And it pretty much started off with this sketch that I got inspired from, and kind of just added the rest to that. So it ended up just being this. And so right now I'm pretty much almost done to the whole final piece, so where I'm just adding little elements to bring it all together to the final.
My name is Ray Alvarez, muralist here in Dallas, doing a mural for the Wild West Mural Fest here in the Trinity Groves area. I've got the painting that I did behind me started off as a canvas piece with oil on canvas, probably about 8 years ago, 10 years ago maybe. Really just celebrating like women's empowerment, because I got a lot of women in my life that are very, very powerful, very innovative, very creative, just empowering, and just kind of made me who I am today. And this is kind of a tribute to that. And also putting in some graffiti elements, some of the stuff that I do as well. Just tying it all together from canvas to spray paint and onto a wall. Well, I do this just because it's like an enrichment for myself, just kind of like a better myself, you know, and I feel good about it. And it's almost therapeutic in a way that with every spray, with every line, it's just, you kind of zone out and you forget about everything else that's going on, and you just kind of concentrate on the outcome, line by line, you know, sketch by sketch and wall by wall.
Hi, my name's Caleb, and I decided to do a mural with my wife, Caitlin Ortiz. This is our mural. I work down the street at Singleton Tattoo. She's a graphic designer. She made a print called Human Stories, and we decided to elaborate on that and make it into a more scenic and camp scene with more little ghosts for the Wild West Mural Fest. The reason why I like to do artwork, honestly, is just because it's a way to like kind of zone out, get my mind off things, but also kind of create something new, fun, sometimes adventurous, sometimes creepy, sometimes not creepy. Really just depends on the mood, and sometimes it's just a nice like cleanse of the day or the beginning of my day.
Hi, my name is SM Sands. I'm a local artist from here, from Dallas. This is my wall for the Wild West Mural Fest 2020. I'm collaborating with another artist called Brent Oseda, who's also from here, from Dallas. And our theme for this year was homelessness. We kind of wanted to shed a light a little bit on the situation with people and the lack of housing right now with the pandemic and the financial situation. It's part of our kind of perspective on the topic of seeking social justice. It's actually based on a real homeless lady that I saw near my neighborhood a while ago, and she literally basically looks like that. She carries a cat on her back all the time, and I just thought she had such an interesting image. And I just wanted to shed a light on a group of people that are often ignored in society, that we all often treat them as they are invisible, and I felt like honoring them with a mural would be a good way to make people see them again, just pay attention to what's going on with them.
Hi, I'm Brent Ozeda. I did half of this piece, so it was a collaboration with Stephanie. And I'm from a Dallas-based artist, painter. I primarily work in printmaking. So this is actually my first mural I've done. And luckily, Stephanie, she's a seasoned muralist, so luckily I had some help. But I guess pretty much the entire process, we collaborated from the kind of just beginning conceptual part to the color and production of it as well, so it's a pretty equal collab.
I'm Nacho. I work down at Singleton Tattoo. I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio. Moved to Dallas 8 years ago. So my mural is representing one of the oldest West Dallas neighborhoods, La Bajada. So I chose that as my subject matter and decided to write it really big on a wall.
My name is Hatsil Flores, DFW. This is my mural. It's just a very chill, very cool walk at night or in the sunrise or sunset. Nothing too, everybody's stressing out so far, so I just wanted to create something that, you know, would bring people to peace or a peace of mind. So I started off as a graffiti artist, and I little by little got tired of getting into trouble. So then I moved on to canvases and painted that for a while, but then it kind of did this very nice loop. So I'm back around, and murals, you know, they just feel comfortable and they just feel right to me. And the scale never bothered me. With spray painting, it's like second nature, so it makes it easy for me. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it.
Hi, my name is Sam Lau, and this is my mural for Wild West Mural Fest. I wanted this to be something bright and colorful that caught your eye when you came down the street, and I think I managed to accomplish that. So these are my riders. They're loosely based on an old poster from Wild Bill's Wild West show, and I wanted to keep it super bright, colorful, punchy. I wanted to keep my doodle grid exposed to create this really cool pattern in the background that juxtaposed against the figures and the cactus. And I think it turned out really well. I'm super proud of how everything came together and how it worked out. And I hope it brings people joy when they drive by it. Art for me, I think, is something as simple as breathing, but also just a way to express emotions or thoughts in a manner that other people can understand without always articulating exactly what you're thinking about or exactly what you mean. I think it's really interesting that art has this way of bridging this communications gap where someone will always feel something when they're looking at your art. And I hope when they look at mine, they feel happy, they feel fun, they think of something joyous, or they're just excited about it just for themselves or excited enough to share it with other people.
Hi, I'm Desiree Benicia. I guess I'm from Dallas, born and raised. This is my mural. It's called Black Beauty is an Act of Resistance. And I was inspired by the French Revolution paintings as far as like how revolution started. I'm so sorry.
Start over. So, as revolution started.
Okay. Okay. So I was inspired for those paintings, because as the revolution starts, there's like different portraitures and different things that are happening during that time. So I kind of wanted to put an embodiment of this time period and what we're going through in this portrait. So that's why it's named that, and that's where it comes from.
Hi, my name is Kyle Hansen and I'm from the local DFW area. This mural has somewhat to do with creation, destruction, and transformation, much like this West Dallas area. I was inspired by the lattice brick wall that I saw on a walk nearby, and the perforated structure of it has this permeability that I could relate with. In psychology, permeability is someone's ability to let the world in and touch them and affect them, but it is also one's inability to let the world in because of the ideas that they were raised on and the stigmas that are ingrained in their character. And to me, that was kind of frustrating. And so identifying with this wall, I wanted to destroy this sort of invisible barrier that keeps me from connecting with the world.
Hello, my name is Sofia Bastidas. I am the co-curator of Healing Pieces, offerings of art, expression, and nature. And we're here at Sweet Pass Sculpture Park because one of the projects that we have going on as part of this initiative. So this exhibition, Black Power Naps Park, Parque Siestas Negras, is an initiative led by Ignite Our Dallas. And Ignite Our Dallas is an initiative within SMU Meadows School of the Arts. The idea is that we reach out to our community and create spaces where art, music, theater all combine together, and we create spaces for culture to happen. So this is one of the efforts that we've been trying to do, and this overall project, which is Healing Pieces, offerings of art, expression, and nature, it's a multi-year initiative that will happen around the themes of reparations, mass incarceration, and neighborhood development.
Hi, I'm Tamara Johnson. I'm an artist and curator and sculpture park director living in Dallas. This is my solo exhibition that I installed at Exovo Gallery, where we are right here. This exhibition went up in September, a couple weeks into September, and runs until November 1st. So a lot of the sculptures in this show have to deal with the concept of goo. As like the physical materials that I'm using, silicone rubber, resin, epoxy putties, and then also this idea of goo as like a metaphorical or conceptual kind of inquiry into, this idea of something that has like a more amorphous or undulating kind of sensuality to it. So the video in the back really kind of encapsulates that idea of goo as metaphor. And in the physical materials of the sculptures, it's a combination of these goos, but also cast pewter and cast bronze. A lot of the sculptures are hand painted with oil paints. It just depends on kind of the degree of finish that I'm looking for on these sculptures. And my material choices range. It really just depends on kind of what I'm kind of trying to achieve at the end of that viewing experience.
Hey guys, my name is Rose. I work in Trinity Groves here at the tattoo shop Singleton Tattoo. I was able to participate in this year's Wild West Mural Fest, and my mural is based off of the Wichita tribe that was local to this area. So behind me you'll see my mural. It's not quite done yet, but there's animals going in and out of her body that are tattoos. So the parts of the animals that are overlaying her body are going to be more detailed as a black and gray tattoo, and the parts of the animals that are off of her body are just like minimal line work look that I like to do whenever I do my tattoos. So I was really inspired over the Wichita tribe just because they would use paint to decorate their bodies, and I guess without them knowing it, it was kind of like an art form of tattoos. So I thought that would be really cool to illustrate on my mural.
My name is Jeremy Biggers, originally from Dallas. And for this particular piece, I wanted something that represented, black men uplifting one another and holding each other accountable, as well as just being there for one another and figuring out what that looked like in mural form. So with this piece, I wanted to represent that regalness that we have as men and as we have as black men. So I wanted the do-rags to represent crowns. And I know a lot of the other muralists are doing things that have to do with Wild West and the other themes. But I thought, as one of the few black men that's doing a mural, I thought it was important to speak to one of the other themes that was social justice and things that are happening right now and why that's important. So when Will told me I had this wall, I knew that of the designs that I submitted, this would be the one that I would actually do.
Hey guys, so my name is EJ and I work at Singleton Tattoo and we're doing Mural Art Fest, and this is Victoria, my wife, and she's been awesome. She's been helping me every day ever since we started Mural Art Fest. When we were thinking about ideas for the mural, and they asked us like what kind of ideas and artwork we would like to do, and it became really hard because there's so many ideas. And when we I guess just trying to start artwork with something that you love, I just thought of the bridge, because ever since the bridge went up, it really helped out us as a family for sure. And it was just kind of like the gateway to everything you can imagine and more. So we're going to start off with the Trinity Groves Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge. And what is it, the nickname of it? Big Marge? And yeah, so at first tattoo art, because I'm a tattoo artist, is my very first mural, and our very first mural. And tattoo art just didn't transpose perfectly to murals, so trying to learn mural artwork and the bold and really saturated but desaturated colors to make it like really stand out was a big challenge. So we're trying to figure it out and still offer our best to you guys.
I'm Eliana Pack from Allen, Texas, owner of a small mural and fine art business. I've been doing fine art since 2012? Yeah, 2012. And I started out in watercolor, kind of moved into acrylics and murals, and I'm really into oil painting right now. I have a show is going to be the Chocolate and Art Show here in Dallas, but they got postponed until January. Bummer. So I'm really glad to be a part of the festival because this is my first mural festival. Yay! So the art that I'm doing is kind of like a intersection of the different themes for the festival. So like the social justice theme and like the Wild West theme, kind of like mashed up. I think murals are a unique way to communicate that I enjoy because the scale is a part of the art. And so because it's so large, you experience the colors differently, you experience the shapes differently than you do on a canvas. I think it's a lot more intense and a lot more, like a much more holistic experience. And I also feel like it's more inclusive. Like with traditional art mediums, people, like lay people, aren't really able to enjoy them or explore them so much because they're tucked away in galleries and museums and private homes, and like they're expensive and you can't buy them because you can't afford it. But I think murals and public art are a great way for everybody to experience art.
Well, welcome to Art Walk 2020. We are an outreach of the West Dallas Chamber of Commerce. This is one of our significant events. This is our 6th year, and we're very, very happy and excited about that. A lot of new things happening this year with this audiovisual presentation. And additionally, it's always been our goal to raise enough money and draw enough attention that we would be able to give money back to the art community. That's a hallmark of the Chamber. Any event that we have, if we have surplus funds, we give it back to the community in support of education. So it's a very exciting moment. You're the first ones where we have been able to do this. So congratulations to you. Yeah, we're very proud. Allison Cleon is the owner-operator of Ex Ovo Gallery, and she took on the enormous task of answering my phone and making a difficult selection among all the wonderful talent that we have presenting today. So, Allison, tell us how this works.
Yeah, so artists living or working in West Dallas who have studios here or are members of collectives who are operating out of West Dallas could submit short videos discussing their practice. And it was really open-ended in terms of what types of video you could submit. It's just supposed to kind of give us an idea of who you are as an artist. And so I reviewed them looking for artists who I kind of thought had potential, and I wanted to continue to see them make their work, and ones who I thought were really exciting to me. And Jerlisa and Casey really stood out for the creativity of their videos and of their work, and I think the strength of what they presented. And they also both really, I don't know, there was a real honesty and integrity and kind of genuineness in both of their work that I really responded to, and I can't wait to see what comes from both of them. So congratulations.